But we're getting ready for the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup, and Angus Grenfell will start from pole position. He's 2 races from 2 starts so far, and Carter Thompson and Jacob Ralston will join him on the front row of the grid.
Then it's Glenn Nelson, Archie McDonald, and the man who's got 2 podiums so far is Tom Drain, and Glenn Nelson getting through the podium. Then the third row of the grid, Maxi Gibbons, Marianos Nicholas, and Reece Orchard.
Also, too, we had a new lap record set by that man that starts out of row 4, position number 10, Jacob Hatch. Cross Francis and Zach Pettendy will join him on that 4th row of the grid. As we get underway, it looks like for the final race of the juniors, down in towards turn 1. Just having a look, we've got one rider down. That's bike number 36, that's Angus Grenfell.
That's well, will that bring out another red flag here at the Oceania Junior Cup? No, the rider is up walking away, so they're going to continue with the race, get it underway. So that's going to really throw a spanner in the works of the outright overall, isn't it, Phil? With a DNF for Angus Grenfell, but just shows you, and probably the way Tom Taparis was talking, that there is still a few damp patches on the track. From our vantage point up here, it's dry, but you're noticing down at that bottom end of the circuit where it was getting a little bit wet and still looking a little bit moist and sketchy.
Well, and also, too, that the track very cold as well.
Well, I did a thermal on it. It was only 13 degrees at the start of that Supersport race.
Well, it is bike number 74, Jacob Ralston, that leads. He was the victor of the last Oceania Junior Cup round at Morgan Park Raceway, Braxy. He's had some good finishes so far this weekend, but this is the closest to the front that he's been all weekend, because up until now, it was bike number 36 that had just dominated everything, qualifying and all of the races.
Yeah, but you soon go from... It's a fine line between hero and zero at the minute. Up the inside goes bike number 69, Archie McDonald, round Carter Thompson, but he ran it a little bit wide, which allowed Carter to get back into second position. And while they're doing that, Jacob Ralston will be rubbing his hands together going, keep bashing each other up, guys, because I'm just going to spear myself into the lead as the yellow flag is there. I hope they saw that as they come down now into turn number 1. The spokes S's for the second time. And Archie McDonald getting there, sees the waved yellow flag. They should get the green as they come over the hill, because that's where Angus Grenfell went down in the opening metres of this race.
The next rider coming through is bike number 31, Max Gibbons. Then it's Reece Orchard on 12, Tom Drain, who's been on the podium twice so far this weekend. And is that Glenn Nelson up into 7th position as well? Here's a replay of it. You can see now as they came through there for the first time, unfortunately, it was bike number 36, Angus Grenfell, that just lost the front end and tumbled out of the race. But the good news is he was up and A-OK, and the rest of the race continued on. Yeah, under investigation, looking for some jump starts. There has been a couple in a few classes this weekend.
I think every class has been under the wrath of the officials for the jump starts, as we see Jacob Ralston still leading from Archie McDonald. Carter Thompson, these guys have set up a couple of second lead over Max Gibbons on screen on bike number 31. Reece Orchard from Melbourne there, Tommy Drain as well, that AMA dirt track champion. Glenn Nelson, Marianos Nicholas, Jacob Hatch, our new lap record holder, and Cross Francis, the diminutive 12-year-old from Sydney, in 10th position. No, he's just relegated Nicholas back to 10th position.
Yeah, isn't it interesting that a bloke that can finish in 9th or 10th position sets the lap record on the last lap of the race? I think twice or 3 times the lap record went in that second race earlier on today.
It just shows you how level the competition is in this field, and the level of performance of the bikes is very, very similar. As now they're 3 abreast as they come down the Motor Pirelli straight to start lap number 3. And who's going to dive bomb each other going into turn number 1? So it's Archie McDonald that's got the lead momentarily. Jacob Ralston's got a good inside line to cover himself over Carter Thompson in 3rd position. Now Tom Drain's got in front of these guys as well, and he's just starting to put some, be able to put some decent. Jacob Ralston up the inside, going down through that semi-off camber corner. It changes camber as you're halfway through it.
Well, as we've spoken before, Braxy, they've all got so many different varieties of AGV helmets. In this race, the 3 lead riders have all got black helmets. It's very hard to try and tell them apart in their matching Racondi leathers and their matching Yamaha R15s.
Well, it's all right to see Archie McDonald because he's the smallest one up there. He has a look out the inside, bike number 69.
Well, and also Jacob Ralston's got the blue air vest over the top of his leathers that gives him a slight ease of spotting.
But Tom Drain, Jacob Hatch and Maxie Gibbons and Reece Orchard having a good battle there in the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th, just out of screenshot at the moment. As we come down, it'll be half race distance at the end of this lap, and definitely won't be the last time we see a change of lead. At the moment, Jake Wilson, who's probably the tallest out of the three guys here, you can see how he's trying to hunch himself over to get underneath the screen of the R15. And up the inside, no, I thought Carter Thompson was going to have a bit of a dip there, but he's decided, no, I might save that for later on in the race and surprise you all.
Well, remember, Carter Thompson was the young rider that made an instant impact by winning the first 2 rounds of the Oceania Blue Crew Junior Talent Cup, and has, I think, came into this round tied with Angus Grenfell on points for the championship lead. So he's looking to try and get some points back now on Grenfell, who fell at this exact location on the first lap of the race.
Yeah, not a way to end your weekend, but it's all a learning curve for them. So up the inside is Ralston's gone from the lead back to 3rd position, with Archie McDonald taking the lead on bike number 69, then Carter Thompson there. So it's a movable sandwich. Would you say this is a movable feast as well? A feast of action as they come down the back straight into the sweeper. Carter Thompson was having a good look there.
Jacob Ralston around the outside. He's setting himself up for a Wayne Maxwell manoeuvre down into the start of the S's at YMF corner.
Unfortunately, he hasn't got the horsepower to snap it up there into the inside.
Well, as they come round through the S's now, it is bike number 69. That is Archie McDonald, who leads the race. And Archie McDonald actually finished in 5th position in race 2 earlier on today. So having a much better ride in this outing, the final outing for the day for the Oceania Blue Crew Junior Talent Cup. Of course, the pathway to MotoGP, Braxy.
Yep, the all junior racing's the pathway to MotoGP if you've got the talent to do it. And a couple of these kids have actually applied for the Red Bull Rookies when you're talking about the road to MotoGP. One of them being Agnes Grenfell, who crashed out. Cross Francis is one. Jacob Ralston is another that is having a dip to see if they can get selected. And also the victor of this championship too will get entry into the Asia Talent Cup for 2020 as well. Fastest lap of the race, Cross Francis back in 7th position, a 1:45.3. And to give you an idea of how much colder the track is, that's probably about half a second off the new lap record. And down the inside, Ralston. And makes it stick too. Ralston was 3rd at the start of the Motor Pirelli straight. As they're on their 5th lap, they'll get the last lap board at the end of this one. And look at the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th behind them. We just saw them out at the back of shot then. And they're all over each other as well as the closing stage as this race begin to take hold.
Was that 4 or 5 of them in that battle for 4th place at the moment as we wait for our leaders to come through the Suzuki sweeper? It is still Jacob Ralston on bike number 74 that leads from Carter Thompson, the victor at the first round. So we've got the victor of the last round leading from the victor of the first 2 rounds in the championship as they make their way down through YMF corner and start the long run through the S's. 1.5 laps to go now for the final race for the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup.
Look at this battle. Still holding them off there from Jacob Hatch, Cross Francis, Reece Orchard. What's happened to, I'm just trying to find out what happened to Grant Nelson. He was up there for Glenn Nelson. He's dropped down to 13th. He was in that leading bunch for a while, down into the 150s. Might have had a little bit of a scare with the conditions and thought I'll just back it off and bring it home so that doesn't have to do too much work. But these guys actually closing them down in the battle for 1st, 2nd and 3rd with Tom Drain out in front. No, I think Tom Drain now he's still there in 4th position.
They were all in the 45s, that group behind. I was actually, as they came past, I was just having a look at Jacob Hatch's leathers. That's a fair indication of how his weekend's been so far. They are scuffed up. There's stuff hanging off them everywhere because he's been riding them in the Supersport 300, Yamaha R3 and the Oceania Blue Crew Junior Cup. And we are set for a final 3 kilometre last lap showdown with now 5, 6, 7 riders all into this lead group. The lead now is Archie McDonald from Carter Thompson and Jacob Ralston, but Tom Drain, Jacob Hatch and Cross Francis are well and truly into this mix as well.
Oh, bike number 14, Jake Hatch has come up the inside as well as he moved up to about second or third position in that marauding movement going he has.
At second, I can see all the bits of leathers flapping around everywhere, Braxy.
And he's going to try around the outside of the Suzuki sweeper. Up the inside comes Carter Thompson as well. Jacob Ralston is right in the mix of it. Where's Tom Drain? I'm waiting for him to come down and add his little 2 cents worth into it.
There he is behind Jacob Ralston in 5th position. Oh, Hatch goes up the inside, tries to get through for the race lead. Was lucky to hang on to 2nd position. Has a look over his shoulder. Is that Carter Thompson trying to slide up the inside there as Hatch runs wide, but he's got the right entry line into the Kawasaki S's. We're only a couple of corners from home and all hell has broken loose.
And Archie McDonald's managed to keep himself out of that bit of street fighting, and he's got a lead of about 3 or 4 bike lengths at the moment as they head down the YMI back straight into AGV corner, the final left-hander of this final lap of the final race for the Oceania Junior Cup here at Winton for 2019.
Well, down the final straight and coming down into the MA corner, it is Archie McDonald that's got the lead, but who's coming strong now on the corners? Oh, we've got a big crash there. That's Jacob Hatch has gone down once again. Jacob Ralston's gone off the circuit. We've got another rider down there. That's 59. That's Tom Drain, who's been on the podium twice so far this weekend. So all of those riders won't make it to the finish, but Archie McDonald will take the win from I think it's Carter Thompson that should take 2nd position, and Reece Orchard will come up and take 3rd position on bike number 12. Well, an exciting finish once again for the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup, the final race on the program for that class this weekend. Congratulations to Archie McDonald. I think that might be his first win in the class, and he is celebrating in style as he comes round now on his slow down lap. The incident at turn 11 under investigation from race control. Looked like Jacob Hatch actually got tagged from behind. I couldn't quite see who it was that tagged him there as the rest of this massive field make their way across the start-finish line to get the checkered flag. So bike 59, Tom Drain, and also Jacob Hatch picking their bikes up and hopefully getting round to complete the race. What an exciting race for the final Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup race of the weekend. The win going to Archie McDonald, Carter Thompson and Reece Orchard. It's going to make the championship extremely close now. With I think Carter Thompson will actually take the championship lead after that win from Archie McDonald, confirmed now by race control by 0.175 of a second over Carter Thompson. Reece Orchard in 3rd, Cross Francis in 4th, Max Gibbons 5th, Zach Pettendy in 6th, Marianis Nicholas in 7th place, Jamie Port in 8th, Jacob Ralston in 9th, and Varis Fleming rounding out the top 10. Lucas Quinn in 11th, Glenn Nelson 12th, Jay Russo in 13th, Cormac Buchanan in 14th, and another one of our Kiwi visitors, Toby James in 15th, Hunter Diplock 16th, Patrick Bognar in 17th, Lincoln Knight 18th, Tom Connors and Dominic Fletcher round out the top 20, with Tom Drain and Jacob Hatch just getting across the line after that incident at turn 11 on the last lap. And Angus Grenfell, our championship leader, heading into this race. It was 2 races from 2 starts so far this weekend, unfortunately, crashing out early as we see them come through the spokes.com.au for the first time. And there goes our race leader, Angus Grenfell, out of the race at the 2nd corner. That left Jacob Ralston on 74, bike number 69, Archie McDonald, and Carter Thompson on 21 to have a 3-man war for the first 5 laps of the 6-lap race, until on the last lap they were joined by another group of 5 riders to make a huge battling it out for the last lap of the race. As they came down into the spokes.com.au for the final time, they were joined by Jacob Hatch, Tom Drain, also bike number 12, Reece Orchard was there in the mix as well, with the yellow helmet on towards the back of the group as they made their way through the S's. Archie McDonald had enough of a lead that he was far enough away from the pursuing pack that were changing positions at every single corner. As they came down to this last corner, you can see there that I think Tom Drain and Jacob Ralston and also Jacob Hatch all sort of came together as they were all looking for the same piece of tarmac into the final corner. Archie McDonald took the win, and Carter Thompson a safe 2nd place. Reece Orchard his first podium of the year, back in third position. Congratulations to Archie McDonald, and we'll hear from the top three in just a moment. There's Damien Cudlin, the coach of the Oceania Blue Crew Junior Cup, doing a great job here this weekend with all of his young riders. 26 riders in the class. A great package put together by Motorcycling Australia and also Yamaha, AGV, TCX Boots and Recondi Leathers.
Mate, what a race, Reese Orchard. You were there right at the end. You managed with the pack to catch up to him and did really well.
Yeah, I did all right. I sort of started off the back of the grid because I didn't qualify very good, but I sort of pulled my way through and, I stayed on the bike. Unfortunately, Jacob Hash and Tom Drain in that crashed at the second last corner, so I managed to pull through after that. But I felt like I had a pretty fun time. It was pretty good.
Good way to finish the weekend, mate. We'll let you go because you've got another race to do. Well done.
Thanks, Brexy.
No worries, Reese Orchard. We'll get Archie McDonald quickly as well over here. Archie, mate, good way to finish the weekend. I know you got the R3 Cup to do, but, man, you've come through at the end really well and avoided all that carnage behind you.
Yeah, it was a really good race. I just worked hard and it paid off. It was good.
So how did you manage to do that? Because you were swapping positions left, right and centre.
Well, last race, I was second and then they all got me up the end, so I just waited until the end and, held it and, got second. It was great.
All right, mate, we'll let you go and get ready for the next race as we move on to our second position. Carter Thompson, well done, mate. There was some great action out there, mate.
Yeah, it was great racing. All the boys did great.
So tell us about it. What was your favourite part of it?
Staying on the bike.
Well, at least you stayed with them, unlike some of your competitors.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, see you at the next round.
Yeah, see ya.
No worries. The big action on track, but not many words when it comes to speaking at the moment. Back upstairs.
Yeah, thanks, Braxy. R3 Cup is up next. Before that, we'll have a short break and then back to Winton Motor Raceway for the last race on today's program.